Hey, the very first time I powered up the 65 QM6K, it didn't just display a picture. It changed how every scene felt. This isn't for people who shrug at washed out color or motion blur anymore. This is for you, someone who feels when their screen isn't matching what they know great entertainment should look and sound like, and who refuses to settle for compromise. Before you go any further, take a moment to check the current price and stock so you know what it looks like right now. You knew it was time to upgrade the moment your old TV left big scenes looking flat or games feeling sluggish. Maybe fast action looked smeared, or bright rooms washed out every dark moment. That frustration, where everything exists but nothing feels real, that's when you realize you've outgrown the compromise phase. You didn't want just bigger. You wanted better, deeper contrast, vivid color, and emotion that keeps pace with what you're watching. From the very first session with this set, the difference was immediate. Mini-LED brightness meant highlights stayed bright without losing detail. QLED color stayed rich even in bright scenes. Motion stayed smooth instead of blur by blur. You didn't hunt through menus, you pressed play and the picture just worked. That's the emotional shift where your TV stops being an obstacle and becomes part of the experience. Imagine movie nights where every scene feels intentional, highlights that shine without washing out, dark scenes that hold detail, and every frame feeling alive. Picture fast gaming where motion keeps crisp at 120 to 144 Hz and every response feels connected to your inputs. Even everyday shows suddenly feel more real, more present, more engaging instead of passive. That's the difference between watching content and experiencing it. And it's not about reciting specs you forget 5 minutes later. You don't think, oh, it's 144 Hz. You see how smooth everything moves. You don't recall Dolby Atmos Onkyo audio. You hear how sound fills the space with depth, not tinny or flat, but rich and immersive. That's the kind of shift where your setup stops just being a screen and starts being a centerpiece. If you're even thinking about waiting for a tiny price drop or hoping stock stays steady forever, don't. TVs this capable don't linger, and hesitation is where regret quietly builds. Maybe part of you wonders if all the smart features or voice control really matter. With lesser sets, that doubt holds weight because they feel like extras. Here? They work: intuitive Google TV navigation, responsive voice commands, streaming that doesn't lag. That's the kind of daily ease that becomes part of why you use your TV every day. You feel visuals that stay rich and intentional, you feel motion that stays smooth and responsive, you feel audio that fills the room with depth, you feel presence instead of flat display, you feel pride knowing you chose display quality. It's not the cheapest, most basic TV you could buy, it's not a set that'll feel dated next month. At some point you stop scanning every spec list and pick the screen your instincts already kept circling back to. Every time you consider something weaker, your thoughts come right back here. Don't let this be one of the upgrades you delay and later wish you made sooner. If you're ready to stop settling for mediocre picture and sound and finally experience entertainment the way it was meant to be, check the current price and where it's in stock now, and go ahead while it's still easy to secure.